Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. May God bless each and every one of you. If you're alive today, be grateful. Any day above the ground is a great day. Today's book review, I'm going to talk to you about this book right here is flat out amazing. And the book is called The Happiness Advantage: How a Positive Brain Fuels Success in Work and Life by Sean Accord, however you pronounce his last name, and it's New York Times bestseller. I believe this book was recommended by Robert Kiyosaki. I could be wrong, which he's the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, which someday I'm gonna make a book review about it. According to this book, this has changed the lives of so many people. As for me, I took some things from this book that really helped me a lot. But let me not waste time. Let me read you guys some parts of this book. There might be a possibility that I will make a part 2 of this book, but there's a possibility I'll do a part 3 of it as well. So let me read you guys some parts that I found interesting, beginning with chapter 1. The earliest adopters of the happiness advantage were the world's largest banks, as they were the first to get hit. I began researching and teaching the principles in this book to thousands of senior leaders, managing directors, and CEOs at some of the world's biggest and most battered financial institutions. Then I began to branch out to people and companies in all other sectors who had been hit hard by the meltdown. These were not happy times nor happy audiences, but regardless of their industry, company, or rank in the organization, rather than resistance, I found people almost universally open to learning how to use positive psychology to rethink the way they did their work. And here Sean goes on to talk about stress. Meanwhile, positive psychology researchers had finished a meta-analysis, a study of nearly every scientific happiness study available, over 200 studies on 275,000 people worldwide. Their findings exactly matched the principles I was teaching. That happiness leads to success in nearly every domain, including work, health, friendship, sociability, creativity, and energy. This encouraged me to apply the principles to other populations. Tax auditors, for instance, are not known for happiness, but if we are going to test the effectiveness of the happiness advantage in the working world, I wanted to see if teaching the 7 principles could raise the happiness, well-being, and resilience of an accounting firm right before they went into the most stressful tax season in decades. So in December of 2008, I gave 3 hours of positive psychology training to 250 managers at KPMG. Then I returned to see if the training had helped inoculate these individuals against the negative effects of stress. Testing showed that the principles did just that, and in very short order, the group of auditors who had gone through the training reported significantly higher life satisfaction scores and lower stress scores than a control group who had not received the training. I strongly agree that tax auditors, they're not the happiest people. They're under a lot of stress. And these are things you have to avoid. It's not fun to do something that you love, but at the same time you're stressed. You have to be at peace. You gotta wake up with a positive energy, have a positive mindset that you're gonna get the job done, and be grateful and thankful for the job that you have. So, and I've seen this, and even in other industries as well, that you have people that they're just miserable. They have all of this success, but they're just miserable, they're stressed out. And it's not worth it. You know, stress is the #1 killer. I'm gonna read you guys one more, and this is from a section called From Information to Transformation. In the summer of 2009, by the way, summer 2009, that was, for me personally, that was the roughest summer of my life, and I'm gonna talk about it one day in a separate video. In the summer of 2009, I found myself suffering from this common pitfall myself. I was pushing so hard to bring this research to as many people as I could that I was crossing the Atlantic multiple times a month, cut off from my friends and family, and feeling overwhelmed. In short, the opposite of this book's prescription for success. It was a 10-hour plane ride from Zurich to Boston that finally broke this camel's back. Not just proverbially, but literally. Suddenly, a pain in my back and legs became so unbearable that I had to lie down in the back of the plane with help from the flight attendants. A hasty trip to the emergency room revealed that I had ruptured a disc in my back so badly. In fact, that I spent the next month in a bed or lying on the floor. I had to get a massive cortisone epidural just so I could finally start walking again. Unable to travel or continue my research, I was forced to slow down to finally spend some time putting these principles into practice in my own life. And I finally saw what I had been missing. These principles work just as well for creating change for me in a personal crisis as they did for creating change for employees in the economic crisis. I remain internally grateful for that month because it gave me time to practice what I had been preaching, to make those same changes in my own mindset and behavior that I had urged of so many others. Pretty powerful and inspiring stuff right there. That concludes this part 1 of the book review, The Happiness Advantage. I'm gonna wait for the review after I make part 3 because this book is just too good. And that's something that I'm gonna start doing. Instead of doing just one video summarizing the whole book, I like sharing you guys more of the passage of some of the key sentences that stood out to me from any book that I present to you guys. So I think from now on, and this started with Talking to Goats by Jim Gray, where I did 3 parts of that video. That was the start of, you know what, let me do 3 parts of every book that I'll be recommending you guys. So yes, I'll be giving you guys a review by the end of part 3 of the video for The Happiness Advantage. But definitely this is a book that I recommend. You know, pretty good stuff. But yeah, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. That does it for this video of The Happiness Advantage. Please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to go to my online store, mikesprod.shop. And as always, be safe. And may God bless each and every one of you. Avoid stress, all right?